Adiento? ¿Qué are you doing at the back porch? I wish I spoke Spanish, but I don't. And wishing doesn't actually help. It doesn't help. Studying helps. But, then I'd have to read Intro Darkness. Redness. Whiteness. There was no darkness. Humble flex. I was like, I got a long way to go, but I'm making some progress, okay? Trying to age backwards, it takes some time. Well, it takes negative time, really. It takes the opposite of time. Today was an amazing day. Had a good day. Had some breakfast. Had a long conversation with this lovely Thai lady who has a Thai restaurant. And her husband's always there first thing in the morning. And he'll play this, like, beautiful piano, peaceful music. And then his wife comes in a couple hours later. And she'll play, like, the more like club music. It's awesome. And they have delicious water. They put cucumbers and lemon in it. It's fantastic. Good way to start my day. And then, I walked like for 40 minutes. And then went to this gym, swam around some more. I love it, dude. I was looking up Michael Phelps because I heard this person say, like, the reason that he won is because he has all these biological advantages. And, why didn't people complain about that? He has webbed fingers and webbed toes and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is starting to sound a little bit like a tall tale. Let me just look it up just to make absolutely sure. What was on my face? Turns out, didn't have webbed fingers or toes. Did I say webbed? Webbed. Didn't have webbed fingers or toes. So it's like one of those game of telephone. Did you hear Michael Phelps had scales and he breathed fire and he had to, well, he didn't, not quite that far. Almost. He had fish fingers. Fish sticks. But yeah, no, but he has a, big freaking palm. So his palm was like a paddle, but whatever. He was also 6'4", but then he had the wingspan. His wingspan was like 6'10" or something. He has the wingspan of a 6'8" person. And he has short legs also. Which apparently they said that's helpful. I don't know, whatever. I don't care. All I care about in sports, I know there's this debate about women's sports, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care about women's sports. As long as men's sports are fine, I'm fine. We can do whatever. We can get rid of, the gender separation. Like, why do we need to discriminate based on gender? It ticks me off. What really upsets me? I think everybody should be able to use steroids. Do you think God wouldn't want us to use his beloved chemicals that we find in society and in the environment and then put together into something we can inject into ourselves to make us look like friggin' Arnold Schwarzenegger? Of course God would love that. You think God wasn't with Lance Armstrong every pedal of the way? Of course he was. And he gave hundreds of millions of dollars to charity. What have you done? No offense. You might have, you make the day in someone's life. You make somebody's day. That's huge. Because each one of us is a universe. And I tweeted something yesterday. Really, we are. An infinite universe. And not just us. I mean, dogs are a universe too. And it's a lot stupider universe, honestly. No offense. No offense to any stupid dogs watching. But it's also a more loving one, Even though maybe they'll murder a squirrel or burn some birds or hamsters or whatever. But they do it out of love. I met this puppy today. Oh, he was beautiful. He looked just like Griffin. A little bit bigger. Griffin's still up at my parents' house. Griffin's brother passed away. Rest in peace, Voodoo. All dogs go to heaven, though. You're good. And he had a great last year. I already talked about this. Anyway, Griffin's still kicking. He still acts like a puppy. But this puppy, beautiful puppy dog named Finn, came from this breeder in Missouri. What I love about the area I'm in right now, as I've talked about a lot, not a lot of kids. There's not a lot of like ruffians showboating, going around revving their fresh new loud exhaust throughout the neighborhood. It's mostly like adults that are like, hi, taking care of the plants, doing good things for the neighborhood, helping each other out. Everybody's nice. But average age is pretty high. So I took a Lyft the other day because who uses Uber? Lame. This guy picked me up. And he was very let's just say he took his time in making traffic decisions. And sometimes you got to make pretty quick decisions, but this guy, he had all the time in the world. We went through a 4-way stop, and he was like, which way? I'm like, I guess I'll buckle up. Anyway, we made it there. But then, today, after I get to the coffee shop with the fantastic, wonderful Thai lady and her husband, and all their employees are awesome too. I love everybody here. But this lady I met that has the Griffin-looking dog named Finn, she said a couple days ago, somebody ran over 4 people and killed them on accident. Oops. But, so it's not perfect anywhere. But, I prefer this. I'd rather be run over by accident. It's got to feel better. Because then they're like, sorry, I'm 85. Yeah. Okay, I forgive you. Besides, the Lord's going to have to, he'll be the final judge, and you'll probably be in hell soon. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Maybe. No. It's all that Viagra they have me on. Oh. Oh. My gas. I pushed my trigger foot. I don't know. I was going to make some kind of joke about it being a 4-hour, pumping gas, pushing the pedal. It's too complicated. I just walked up and down a mountain and I swam, not like Michael Phelps. Because he has friggin' webbed fingers. But, a lot slower than him because I'm natural human. No. He's got normal looking hands and feet. I looked up his hands and his feet today. Awkward. Keeping that in my history. What did I tweet yesterday? This was fun. It was, I went to this other place today, and this kid bought me breakfast. He was like, hey, you basically raised me. Thank you so much. Mason, thank you. Probably doesn't watch these videos. Most people don't, because they don't, they're not in our cool clique. But, we'll get them there. But, what was I saying? Okay, yesterday I tweeted this thing that was cis, someone who is cisgender. I just feel like, because every straight person is cisgender. But okay, maybe there's some kind of weird wordplay trick where that's not an accurate statement. But every straight person in history up until we discovered there was more than 2 genders a couple years ago, and okay, maybe it was several years ago, and maybe we really didn't discover it. Maybe people just started getting bored and wanting to spice up their life. That's fine. Personally, I think most people grow out of that kind of stuff, but I would rather, here's what I think. I'm not trying to be offensive, but I don't think you should put yourself into a box, especially not if somebody else created it. I think you should be in your own box. Don't listen to other people, especially not somebody that's trying to, they look at the patterns of your behavior, or, they're trying to diagnose you with some new box. Like, if you have, cancer or these, diseases that are backed up with honest, actual science where you can speak the truth, okay, like Lou Gehrig's disease or friggin' whatever, then great. But if someone's like, well, you like fish sandwiches? You like fish sandwiches, then you like waffles, but you don't like pancakes. Well, then you a fish sandwich, waffle, anti-pancake person is what you are. Put that on your prescription. Don't put that on your profile. Make things easier for other people. I think we're being I think we're kind of being divided on purpose by some other country maybe. Because that's what the media has said for years. It's like disinformation campaigns. And then all of a sudden we're dividing each other more than ever, and we think that our own people are the enemy. No, we're on the same side. And I like the Constitution that was based on the idea that we're allowed to be honest. That's what freedom of speech is about. You're allowed to be honest as the point. Obviously, you can say whatever as long as it's not slandering. You're not allowed to do that. People get around it somehow, but because they have nothing to lose and not really enough talent to offer society. Anyways, but so then they lie about people, and we'll see how that all ends out. It seems to be going pretty well. But the freedom to be truthful is what is important. And truth is not really debatable. But if you attack the whole idea of truth, that's what you would do to sabotage a free society. Make people think, well, there's my truth. No, there's not. Oh, yeah, there is. But yes, there's objective, provable truth. And that's what science is for. Anyways, how crazy is it that you have to even... People literally can't get past the idea that there is truth and facts. Like there's no... There's debating, but truth is like... I hate it. I can't even believe it. It's so embarrassing that humans have like lost it that far. They can't even, well, what's really truth? Because my truth maybe is different than your truth. No. Yeah, maybe you like pancakes and you don't like waffles. But there's not like a 2 + 2 = 5. And anyway, it's frustrating. What was I saying? Oh, cis is the least masculine syllable in the English language. Okay, maybe. I guess gay would be maybe even less masculine than cis. Right? Not necessarily. I think gay people are pretty masculine. Well, cis is definitely the gayest syllable besides gay. Because gay people work out. Like they have, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's a lot of fighters or anything, but they seem to take care of themselves. Because they respect men, I guess. I don't know. So, and they know they are one. So, you know what? Let's treat this one well. I'm going to give you something to work with. Like, okay. Yeah, that's always... They dress nice. Anyway, it's a compliment when people think you're gay. Anyways. I've never been a female, so I don't know anything about the whole lesbian equivalent of that. But I don't really... I don't think there is one. Maybe. There should be. If you are a lesbian... Take care of yourself, because it'll help push the stereotype in a good direction. Whatever you are, there's a stereotype of you. Be the best you, and that helps the stereotype. Learn how to drive. If you're one of those people who stereotypically doesn't know how to drive. I think it's more than half the world's population. Anyways, cis is the least masculine. Yeah, like a straight person would never want to be like, oh yeah, I'm cis. Like, no, really? You pick the syllable. It's like the one that's like on sister and sissy. You pick that one. I'm going to go. This is a 12-minute vlog. I didn't realize. Bless your face. If you're seized on this video, bless you. It's been fun talking to you. Take care of yourself. Peace off. Outro of darkness, then redness, then whiteness.